Hello guys, and welcome back to my next tutorial. In this tutorial I'll be showing you how to add in a sort of pest control thing, which as you can see here is what I have. Basically you kill pest control things for pest points, and then with these pest points they drop 1 to 3 pest points each. Let's just pick these up now. Pest points, they go 5, so they drop 2 that time. And all you need to do is you can spend these in your pest control shop on items like this, which cost 150 pest points, and you can add the shop in by following my last tutorial. But here we go, we have the Ravager, the Spinner, the Brawler and the Splatter. So yeah, so let's show you how to work this, shall we? I'm just going to jump straight in. I'm sorry if I have to pause it halfway through, but I'm just going to jump straight in and do the tutorial. So first of all, you need to change some version to release. Then you go to your source and you need to hit run, and then you need to load up your local client and log in with your owner account. So let's wait for this to load up. Here we are, so let's log in. Now then, we need to find where we're going to do the pest control. So what we need to do is we need to go to we need to go all the way to sorry about that. We need to find the coordinates. So what I've done is I've got in my extras, notes, and then I've got coordinates. Here we are. So this is what I've added myself from just copy and pasting from online RuneScape private server tutorial lists. So there we go, pest control bank. Let's open that up. So let's type telly. Then to the game it is 26672594. Here we are. So here's the game. Now what we need to do is we need to add the teleport in. So let's run to the ship. So on the ship, type coordinates, and there's the coordinates. So what we need to do is we need to have this on one side, and then we need to go to our source, back to our source again. Then we need to go to commands.java, load that up, wait for it to load. Now then, we need to find another teleport which is just like that. So let's have a look at I don't know what commands can we use. Let's use train. So here we are. Here's the train teleport command. If we just take that, copy, hit enter, then paste it in, change it to PC for pest control. Now the coordinates are 2657, 2657, and also 2609. And the third one isn't that, so it's 0 still. So welcome to training, so let's change that to welcome to pest control. Now we need to go and hit save. Now like we do with most of the things, usually you're meant to compile afterwards, but we know it's going to compile perfectly, so we don't need to change that. Now we need to go here, and now the next thing we need to do is to add the NPCs into our game server. So I'll start off by doing just 2, and I'll do the Brawler and the Spinner. So we need the first of all we need to go to data. Then you need to go to NPCs. Then where it says unpack spawns list, open that up, scroll all the way to the bottom, hit enter again, type pest control, and then we need to find the NPC ID. So let's go to our website, which I use the Rune Locust tools. So let's type Brawler. Now let's use Brawler level 140. So it's the highest one, 3776. Let's just make sure it's here. NPC 3776. There it is, 158. Now you'll notice when you attack it, it only has 120. 1 second, let me just master. Sorry about that. There we go, it only hits 120 because that, and it has no drop. That means that it has no attack style or death emote, and it has not been entered into your XML file. So let's add them into spawn team first. So what we need to do is we need to type, let's square this off a bit, narrow it down so we can see the coordinates as well as that. So pest control, let's enter one here, so coordinates. Wait, first of all we need to find the ID, so we're using 3776. So 3776 dash with 2 spaces, then we need to find the coordinates. So the coordinates are 2665, 2594, and then 0 for the height. And let's do another one, 3776 dash. Let's move to here, put another one here. Coordinates again, 2658 space 2591 space 0. So that's our brawlers added in. Let's add in some spinners, so we need to find the ID for spinner. Spinner, there we go. The link for this website will be in the description, so don't worry if you can't find it. Let's use 3751, so wrong one. NPC 3751 spinner. I see again you only hit 120 because it's not been added in properly yet. So let's add one in here. There's our coordinates and 3751. So we do 3751 dash 2662 2598 0. And let's add another one over here. And again we go down one line. 3751 dash 2665 space 2595 space 0, and that's 4 of them added in. So all we need to do now is we don't need that anymore for a while. Open this up, hit save, then go back to where it says unpack spawns, and where it says pat spawns, just copy and paste one in. So you've got pat spawns copied just in case it doesn't work properly. Now you need to delete your packed spawns, and when you rerun your server it will enter them in automatically. Now what we need to do is we need to add in the make it so they've got more than 120 HP, which is very easy. So you go to extension version to release, extension source, you go to data, XML, and NPC combat definitions, and you open this up. So let's have a look at here. Let's say we want them to have 600 life points, so just keep scrolling. Oh, there we go, we'll have them have 950 life points, hit points. So just take a copy of that, hit copy, enter, then paste. Now where it says unpack spawns list, we need 3776. So the int is the NPC ID, 3776. The hit points you want it to have, let's make it 1000. Attack animation, you can change all this yourself. Defense animation and then death animation is what you want them to be. Attack delay is how fast you want them to hit, so let's make it 2. Death delay is 1. Respawn delay is this in seconds, so let's change that to 15 seconds. Max hit, we can change this from 74 to let's say 500. And then attack style is 0, which means it punches. Attack GFX is how it attacks. Projectile is if you want it to use projectiles and what it would use, so that's usually firebolt. And then aggressiveness type is whether it's aggressive or not. So if you want it to be aggressive, you type 1. If you don't want it to be aggressive, you type 0. So all you need to do again is take a copy of this one. And if you want the spinner to be the exact same, you just paste it in, find the spinner ID, which is 3751. And then change that to 3751, and then go and hit save. Now that should be all ready for you to do. So all you need to do now is go back to extension version 2 release, extension source, then compiler.bat, and I'll come back to you when it's fully compiled. And I'm back and it's fully compiled, so let's hit enter. Now what we need to do is we need to close down, we need to go to run again, close that down, and version to local client.jar, open it up, log in, nat, and my password, which you've probably just seen because I opened up run.command, and here we are. Here's all these spawns already in. Let's punch these, there we go. So as you can see, they have 1000 life points each. That one's aggressive, the other one's not as aggressive, but they don't have any drops, so we can edit the drops in. So here we are, let's go edit the drops in. So let's just shut these both down. Then you need to go to extension version 2 release, extension source, and you go to npc drop editor.bat. It'll load this up, and then it'll load up the drop editor. Now what you need to do from here onwards is just find your drop. So we need to search the ID to make sure it's not already got it. So 3751, which is the spinner. Could not find the item, so add new mp3 drop 3751. Enter it in. It'll take its time to load, and then you just scroll to the bottom, and there we go. Add new drop. Now we need to add in tokens that they go into the drop. So item db.biz. Let's type token. And what I used was runecrafting guild token, so 13650. So add new drop, 13650. Press enter. 100% drop chance, which means they will have it at all times. Then 1 to 3 is how many they will drop, and all you need to do is hit repack. And now we need to add in the next one. So the next ID is 3776. So add new NPC drops, 3776. Hit enter. Just wait for it to load. Add new drop, 13650. 100% chance, and then change it to 1 to 3. Then hit repack. So what we need to do now is wait for it to repack, and then all you need to do after that is rerun your server. Load it up again. Type your name, password, and log in. And here we are. Let's attack one of them, make sure the drops have worked. And there we are, it has dropped a green charm and runecrafting guild token. Now what we can do here is to change the runecrafting guild token name to pest points. We need to go to extras, tools, Frosty's cache editor, and open that up. Sorry about this guys, there we go. Load cache, go to extension version 2 release, extension source, data, and click cache once and hit submit, then submit again. Now we need to scroll down to 13650, so 13650, hit edit, change it to runecrafting guild token, from that to pest points. Hit save, and there we go. That will change it in game to that. Now if you want to stop now and go back to my previous video to show how to add in shops, then feel free. If not, thank you for watching and have a really good day. Thank you very much.